Hi, welcome to week 5. This week we're going to be focusing on visual representation and rendering, primarily using Rhino and a software called Enscape. Enscape is a real-time rendering engine that brings quick exploration tools directly into the modeling software, so you can focus on designing rather than spending long periods of time testing and waiting for rendering software to finish. I've already opened the box template that is provided to you in Rhino, so we can move on to adding Enscape into Rhino itself. So how you do that is by clicking Tools, clicking the toolbar layout, and here you should have a couple options. Make sure Enscape Rhino 7 plugin is selected and checking Enscape. After that, you can click OK, and then this floating toolbar will show up on your screen, and you can drag it among the tabs that you have here at the top. So once you have the Enscape toolbar set up, you'll see all the icons here at the top, and if you hover your mouse, you can see it shows you what it actually does. And then the most important ones I would say are this button to start Enscape, the app in the separate window, the material tuner, and then the asset editor, both of which we'll get to throughout the tutorial. Go ahead and click Start Enscape in separate window, and it'll start loading the app. So it looks a little bit weird right now, but we can fix that eventually. As you can see, you can fly around and use the navigation tools here on the right, and you can open and close those using the H button. And then just sort of fly around depending on what you need to do. And then if you hold Control and use any of the buttons you would like to, you can sort of fly around and experiment with where you want to place your camera. So the Enscape app itself has a toolbar of its own outside of Rhino, and I can highlight a couple of the buttons here, like Home Mode closes everything except for the Help menu. You have Collaborative Annotation, the BIM mode button, which we don't use in Rhino, and then View Management, which you can save and create views, which is important, Video Editor, and then these are the different render button styles, but mostly you'll be using this one. Then here on the right, you have more icons that sort of work with how the image is going to look like and guide you towards creating that. So you have the mini map here, which orients you towards your model. And then the save frame shows you what will actually be inside the final image. The projection mode button, which you can change from 2-point to 1-point perspective, and orthographic or sort of axonometric projection. You can also switch between fly mode and walk mode. And then you can enable and disable VR settings here. And the most important button here in the toolbar is the Enscape visual settings, which allow you to customize the environment, the image settings, the render quality, and output settings for your final render. And this last icon controls the actual app window itself, so you can customize the font, the logo, the text size, or the actual colors that the window itself, not the image that you're rendering in, is displayed in. So once you look through these, you can head over to the Enscape visual settings, which is the next video that we'll be doing in this series.